So a biological control, which would be dung beetles, varies tremendously with the humidity, the temperature, the soil, the kinds of dung beetles. If you have a good system going, it can bury all the dung and do very good management of all the face flies and horn flies and parasites. Because if you get that dung underground, that is the habitat for the face flies and horn flies. All their eggs and kids have to grow up in that dung. So if you get rid of that, it breaks that life cycle. If you get rid of that, your cattle can stay healthy and don't need to be wormed. But if there's a terrible drought, then dung beetles don't bury as effectively because they can't. There's not enough. I'm not sure what. I just know they don't bury, whether it's there's not enough moisture in the soil, there's not enough moisture in the dung, there's not enough nutrients in the dung, but they don't have as many children. They don't bear as much. They don't make as many eggs. So the control decreases. At the time that Dr. Fincher was doing all of this work, those several decades, was also a time when we were getting a lot of chemical controls, and they are much more they're easier to do, and they're more consistent. Sadly, when you give your animals the parasiticides or the worming medicines, it kills almost everything in the dung for a while. And there are lots of other small insects that live in the dung. Many of them are also eating fly larvae, and there's a whole ecosystem that goes on in dung. And the chemical treatments often kill everything in the dung. And as an ecologist, as an environmentalist, I hate to see the whole dung ecosystem destroyed by the chemicals. But I guess from a rancher's perspective, it might make a lot more sense to use the wormers. So my bias is that to try to work with the whole ecosystem that's going on in dung, and ranchers have certainly been effective with that, and get good biological control of the things that aggravate their animals.